box show is gonna be on the red carpet doing her Xavia box red carpet thing.
Hey everybody! Yeah! Can't win, not in the game. Give me a beat. Next up, we're gonna go with the light-skinned brothers. Let's call old Harvey on up. Come on, Harvey.
He looks at my male friends. He look at the men I talk to. He looks at my male friends. He look at the men I talk to. And a lot of times we get together and we talk and he'll tell me, I don't like him. And a lot of times we get together and we talk and he'll tell me, I don't like him, you know, for this reason or that reason. And stuff, the very minimal stuff that he pays attention to, I don't normally always pay attention. He's like, you know, did you see how he had that cup and how he just put it on your table? He ain't think about a coaster or nothing. He didn't open the door for you, you know, stuff like that. So I know that my son is going to pick the right person for me. So I have to pick the right person for him. So that's the deciding factor when I look for a husband. My son's 15.
How you doing? Hey, I don't really disagree. I just need more clarification. As being a son of a step parent, I know the difference between a father and a dad. Father makes the baby, dad take care. So rest in peace, my stepfather. I love him. That's my man. But my clarity is, how can you let your son kind of dictate like the type of man that you're willing to be with? Like, I had no say so because I was a child in my mom's life. I could not tell her not to date that man. I might not say I may not like that man, but I could not tell her, you know what, I don't like Big D, or I didn't like Eddie. You know, she never put a lot of men in my life. I know she dated, she was a nice looking woman, but I only remember my mom dating two men, my daddy and my stepfather. That's the only thing I ever remember. So my thing is, how can your son, well, you pick a man for your son who's 15 years old, he's about to be 18. And to be honest, I was a 15-year-old man. Once I learned how to drive, mom was on the back burner. You know, I still cared for my mom, you know, but I was becoming a man. I was going to college. So I want to know how, in such a short span of your son's life, being from 15 to going to college, why is it so important for him to, I mean, of course you're not going to pick the bottom of a barrel guy, nothing like that. I need clarity because I was a stepchild, so I just want some clarity on why would you have your son get so much weight to your relationship.
Okay. Actually, my son doesn't, his opinion doesn't matter to me. Okay. I'm going to pick who I want to pick because at the end of the day, I have to deal with that man and I have to be in that relationship. I have been raising my son totally by myself for 15 years. Right. And we know each other. You know, I know what kind of child I'm raising. I know I'm raising a respectful man. I'm raising him up so that he can be somebody's husband. Okay. So that's foremost the first thing. So I choose, when I raise him, I'm raising him the same way that I want to receive my husband too. So my son's opinion doesn't necessarily matter, but I pay attention to what he says. Okay. And a lot of my decision making. My son gets to see things that I don't necessarily see because I'm so mesmerized by Okara's favorite word that I won't necessarily you know, kind of thing. But my son's his opinion matters to me. If he sees something, mama, you see he didn't open that door, or you see how he just walked in your house and this, that, and the other, then I kind of pay attention. I take myself out of the equation and I look at that particular thing. But it matters to me because that man that steps in is going to, like, my son doesn't know what it is to have a father or a daddy. He has never had either one. So there comes a time when my son's going to be a husband, he's going to be a father, he's going to want to pick a college to go to, and I want to pick the kind of man that he can go to and get sound advice, because that is actually a man. So that's what I meant by my decision making. I'm just not going to pick any old body. Just because you give me the, doesn't mean you're going to be my husband, and doesn't mean that I see you in my future. It just means it is what it is.
Okay. I understand that, but I raised, well, I can't say I raised, but I taught in Inglewood at Urban Prep High School. I taught technology and engineering. So I saw 101 black men, that's just in my class alone, who didn't have that advantage. Like you said, your father always in your life. They didn't have a father. So my thing is that I was a surrogate father to them. One of my students Facebooked me and said, Harvey, I wouldn't have made it without you. With Mr. Carson, I wouldn't have made it without you. On Thanksgiving, he posted, he said, thank you, Mr. Carson, for giving me guidance. So I took that job seriously. So when I meet a woman and she has a child, I mean, she has a child, so I have to be a better man than that club Harvey or that club Mr. Carson. You know, you're gonna get urban prep. You're gonna get urban prep. You're gonna get urban prep. I'm not gonna let you see it. That's not his business. He's 18 years old. I'm a 36-year-old man. We have nothing in common but me being an authority figure of him, showing him the right way. So he has no legality as far as really say so. So that was just my biggest point. You know, a lot of my boys that I raised never had no parents. I mean, their aunties came in half-heartedly. So I mean, I was the go-to guy. I was the guy who loaned them money. I was the guy who sent food to their house. So that was me. That was Mr. Carson. Me and Mr. Jarko and some other guys. You know, we was young men. So I showed them my pictures of trips. I showed them pictures of one lady that I dated. I didn't show them a plethora of pictures. I showed them like, look, I date one woman. That's how it should be. But you're your own. You become your own man. But this is what I did. This is my passport. You know. So I showed them how to be a man as far as how I know to be a man. Cause I can't speak for these guys on how they're a man. But these smalls are good guys. So all I can do is be a good guy.
Gotcha.
All right. As you've all seen, we have a wonderful sponsor that helped make this possible today. And so I am going to bring him up here so that he can introduce himself to you and let you know what he has going on, because we all got car problems at one point or another.
Hello everybody.
You got $500 of free car repair. Let him say this again and listen to him this one more time.
A lot of information is hidden from us as people, and a lot of us may not be aware that Cedar, who normally deals with light bills, gas bills, they didn't got involved with car repair. Also, what they do, you have to talk to Cedar and qualify. I'm a service provider for Cedar, and they will give you up to $500 for free car repairs per household. Visit us at 12658 South Winchester, Calumet Park, number 773-680-0173. I'd be more than happy to serve.
And I love the controversy. Whenever I start talking, it just sets people off.